Okay, good evening everybody. Let me just find the pause button. Okay, welcome to week 2 of the online weight loss challenge. So let's just jump to the beginning of the slide. I was just checking a few things were working before we started. Okay, so welcome to week 2. Hopefully you've had an awesome week 1. I look forward to seeing some of your results and how much weight and how many centimeters you've lost this week. So, that didn't work. Okay, so this week we're going to talk about snacking, we're going to talk about meal planning, and we're also going to talk about water, which is really 3 really critical things to getting this right and helping you lose weight and keep it off forever. So just a quick review. How have you done this week increasing your protein? I know for me, I've really been thinking about how much protein have I had. So I know when I make my shakes in the morning, I'm making my shakes on soy milk to increase my protein, making my shakes adding the extra protein powder. So probably my shakes are around 30 grams of protein for breakfast. And again, when I have my shake at lunch, it's about the same, which just helping me to aim towards my about 100 grams a day. Have a think about how much you've lost this week. You should have tracked last week how much where you were at the start, but then look at how much you've lost this week. If you've lost more than 500 grams, give yourself a really good pat on the back. A couple of hundred, need to try a bit harder probably, but anything more than half a kilo is a really good achievement in a week. If you've done a couple of kilos, wow. Just think now about what changes you've made. Have you made enough changes, or do you need have the changes you've made, already shown you what can be done? It isn't something easy to do, but it's not rocket science either. Okay, let's move on. So snacking. Snacks are okay. When I was a child, I was brought up that, you should not eat between meals. More current research is saying that we actually need to eat about every 3 hours in order to keep our body just in that nice, comfortable zone where we're never really hungry. You shouldn't ever get to that point where your stomach's turning inside out, it's talking and churning, and you're feeling really very uncomfortable. So healthy snacks are okay. Anything around the 100 calories is okay. So a piece of fruit is fine. Protein-based snacks are awesome. Tub of yogurt, just check the calories on those. There's a few different ones out there, and some are better than others. A little bit of cheese and a few crackers, if you work that out to 100 calories would be great. So cottage cheese, ricotta cheese, really low but high in protein. Nuts are great. I'll actually post on the Lose Weight Oz site after I finish the call. I'll post up a picture of how many of which sort of nuts you can have, because some nuts are smaller and bigger than others. So obviously if you're going to have Brazil nuts, you're not going to need as many as if you're going to have something much smaller, like perhaps cashew nuts. So I've just made a note to myself to post the nuts up after I finish the call. So you can see on the screen we've got some protein bars. These are the Herbalife protein bars. They come in 3 yummy flavors. So they come in vanilla almond flavor, chocolate peanut, which is currently my husband's favorite, and the vanilla citrus lemon, which is my personal favorite. I personally like to keep them in the fridge because they keep really chewy, so it makes it take longer to eat, so you feel like you've had something to eat for longer. They have 10 grams of protein and keep down around that 100 calorie mark. So they're really good. You can keep them in your bag. Any snacks you can keep with you, so maybe you take nuts and you put them in a little sealed Ziploc bag or a little tub that you keep with you so you can have them when you need them, are really good ideas. You don't want to be out at the shopping centre. You need to eat. Your body's telling you I need to eat, but you want to have something that's healthy and keeping you on track. So you can keep snacks with you, and maybe keep what my husband and I do call emergency snacks with you, just so that you've always got something. And if you get caught out, you're not going to get caught out and snack on them. So you're going to keep your snacking under control. So snacks are fine. So you need to be thinking, and I'll show you in a second on the next slide or two, to eat your main meals and to have 2 snacks, so something mid-morning, something mid-afternoon, to make sure that you're balancing your food out all the way through the day. Okay, so the next section we're thinking about meal planning. So why should you plan your meals? Well, for anything like the average household, you come in, you're rushing around, what is there for dinner? You just grab the quickest thing that you can find, which may not be the most nutritious, and it may not be the best in targeting getting you weight under control. Also, if you actually plan it, you must occasionally save money. How many of you have got things in the cupboard that have been sitting there for ages and ages and ages? They'll probably go out of date before you actually eat them. We have a tin of red kidney beans that have been sitting there for some time and probably should be cooked, but you know, I never have the right meal to throw them in. So things like that, that's money sitting in the cupboard that's not being eaten. So yes, you need to keep your pantry well stocked, but on the other hand, you need to make sure that you are actually eating things. I watched a Today Tonight program ages ago now, where they actually went through somebody's cupboard and actually they needed to buy very little the following week in order to actually empty their stores, but you could actually have a really, really cheap week by looking through what have I already got, what can I make with what I've already got, and yeah, you can save yourself quite a lot of money just by planning out and not having stuff sitting in the cupboard that's not being eaten. Obviously, if you're meal planning, it helps you stay focused. So you need to plan main meals, you need to plan snacks, and you need to plan your shakes. So I'm just going to skip out of here and show you the meal planner which we use. If it'll let me. No, let's just escape. Bit of a delay this evening. Let's go. Let's do it that way then. So here's a meal plan. This is our meal planner that we use. So we've got the days of the week down the side, and then we've got breakfast, mid-morning snack, lunch, mid-afternoon snack, dinner. I've also included the section where you can include your exercise. So I'm just going to grab as if it was a pen. So breakfast here, I apologise for my writing. I'm going to have shake. Okay, mid-morning I'm going to have nuts. Ooh, it's hard writing with a mouse. Lunchtime I'm actually going to have another shake. Might have a different flavoured shake, might add something different to it. Mid-afternoon I'm going to grab one of those yummy protein bars. I'm just going to put PB, protein bars. And then for dinner, I'm actually going to think about that I'm going to do some tuna and some veggies with a small portion of rice. Now the rule is 2 shakes a day, 1 main meal, just cut back. So I'm thinking about how much protein's here in my tuna. Veggies, pretty much don't have to count too many calories and worry about those too much, but the rice I'm just going to think about making sure I cut back there, because that's going to be the key part of that particular meal that's not going to help. And in the evening I'm going to make sure that I go for a walk for 30 minutes. Got a nice little walk around the block here, taking me around the edge of the bush, so I can go there now. Maybe on Tuesday I'm going to have a shake for breakfast again. I'll take nuts again for morning tea, but actually we're having lunch out. So I'm going to going out for lunch. So out for lunch. I'm going to obviously think about what I have for my lunch, but I'm going out for lunch. Have my protein bar in the afternoon, and I'm going to have my shake now in the evening. Okay, so you can start to see that you can mix things around a little bit. You can go out for lunch. Obviously, if I go out for lunch, I'm probably going to think about having something fish-based or chicken-based with lots of salad or lots of veggies, rather than having it with fries and other things with lots of carbs in. So you can plan one of these out for every week. Just helps you to see what you're eating and make sure that you've got the right things in the pantry so you can actually cook the things that you want to eat. Okay, I'm just going to try and get rid of that and go back to some else. So we recommend that you complete one of these for each week. It doesn't matter what day of the week you start at. If your week runs from Tuesday to Tuesday, we'll start on Tuesday. Really doesn't matter, but just planning out what you do will also save you money, because you're not spending money on things that then don't get eaten at the end of the week. Okay. Ooh, I didn't know it would do that. Okay, so I think that covers everything we need to talk about snacking. So the next section we're going to talk about is water. Now, water is really, really important, and I made a short video in the garden at the weekend just to show you how important water is to your body and how much water you actually need, because most people are chronically dehydrated. About 2/3 of the population are chronically dehydrated. That means on a daily basis they do not have enough water in their body. If you can grab hold of a set of body scan scales, like meter scales, anybody you know has got some, that would be, just to see what your water level is like, that would be really, really fantastic. I know from personal experience, since I've been monitoring my water, and I've got a way of checking now through the scales, that my water intake I know has increased, but also I can see on the scales that I can run my body around 55% water, which is great. Anything for a woman between 45 and 60% water is fine. So I know that my body now is well hydrated, and I know in the way I feel. So let's take a quick look at the video. It's only a couple of minutes long. Okay, certainly with water, it's really, really important to replace the water obviously that's gone, but also if you're losing weight, some of the weight as it comes off your body is removed as toxins, and we want those toxins removed out of your body as soon as possible. So as the extra fat that your body no longer needs breaks down, then that needs to be flushed out of your body, and increasing your water will help to flush that out. And also we don't want toxins sitting around in our body any longer than is necessary. So obviously having lots of water helps to dilute those toxins and helps your body to flush them out. Okay, so quick review of what cellular nutrition. So the programs that people are using on this challenge are all based around the science of cellular nutrition. So just wanted to review what cellular nutrition is. Now at the bottom of your screen I've put a picture. This is what we call healthy villi. Now these little villi are actually microscopic. They're nowhere near as big as the screen there suggests. And they line your lower intestine. That's where the food and all the nutrients are absorbed. Now these healthy villi are standing up tall. They've got a really, really good surface area. So there's lots of space there for your food to be absorbed and for all the nutrients you need to be absorbed, all the water that you need to be absorbed. So they look really great. But unfortunately, for most people, their villi don't look like that. They're impaired. So they're broken off. They're curved over and stuck to the one next door with some sort of plaque. There's certainly, the surface area is nowhere near as good. So the science behind cellular nutrition is firstly to cleanse those villi, to help get the plaque away, help rejuvenate them, help make them healthy again. And that's just step one. Then once they're healthy, they can absorb. And once they absorb, all that good nutrition that's coming through the cellular nutrition, through the shakes, your other supplements, can be absorbed into your body. And then amazing things can happen, because once your body has all the tools it needs to stay healthy, it actually moves towards wellness. So for many people who are using our products, they find that they have a bit of an energy kick after the third or maybe fourth day. Some people take a few days longer. For me, it was the fourth day, whereby all of a sudden your body feels so much better. You wake up, you feel brighter, you feel more alert, you've got this energy boost. And that comes from your villi having been regenerated, having been cleansed, and are now working effectively. And that, I've been in the Cellular Nutrition Program now for about a year, and that hasn't gone away. From that day 4 where my energy levels picked up, it stayed. So it's certainly proven that it's very effective, but also once the body's absorbing, some of those major health issues the body can start to address, and some of those minor health issues that you think, oh, it's just because I'm getting older, or it's just because I had an injury, a few years ago and it's just never going to heal up. Well, with the right tools, some of those things can be possible. I know for my husband, he broke his foot back in 2004, and since we've been on the product, he actually realised the other day, he said he hasn't had any pain in my foot for months, which is unusual since he broke his ankle. So so cellular nutrition just works to get these villi in your lower intestine healthy, get them absorbing, and then your body can do what it's supposed to do right down at the cellular level. If you imagine that your body needs specific things in order to build, we talked last week about protein, that it needs those key amino acids into your body. If your body doesn't have those, it can't build. It's like building a wall but with no mortar, or building a wall but you've only got half the bricks. Your body needs all of the things to build a really solid and healthy body. So cellular nutrition for everybody, whether you're trying to lose weight, gain weight, just to get healthy. If you know some friends who need an energy boost, this is certainly a really healthy way, helping your body just find its natural energy levels. So if you've got any questions about cellular nutrition, please ask, because I will post some information over the next day or so on the Lose Weight Oz site. There's quite a nice article if you haven't already seen it. Okay, so what do we need to do this week? So can you please send in your results if you haven't already done so? I've had a couple of results, but I haven't had all of them in, so I can't work out who's in the lead this week. Continue working on increasing your protein. Can you make sure you really think though about drinking more water? So a minimum of 2 litres a day. If you're an advanced pack or an ultimate pack, you'll have the awesome herbal beverage. I'll talk a little bit more about how that works next week, but in the meantime, that counts in your water content. So make sure you drink plenty of water, at least 2 litres a day. If it stays as hot as it is right now here in Queensland, then you'll need to be drinking at least 3 in order to keep your body hydrated. And if you start to think that you're thirsty, you've already left it too late. And the last thing is, download the meal planner, complete it for the week and stick to it, and see how that helps you to stay on track. You might switch your days around, that's fine, but it just to help you stay focused and help you to just plan out what you're going to do to get you on the right direction, to make permanent changes that you can maintain for the long term and lose the weight forever. Okay, now Mark and I will be away overseas for the next 2 weeks, so plan A is to do the call live. Plan B is that I will have a pre-recorded one which I'll post up onto the site in case we do not have sufficient internet access to do this live. So if you don't hear from me live, I'll certainly be in touch with you through the week. I'll be on Facebook and email. So have a great week. Stay on track. Protein, water, and make sure you have a look at that meal planner for the week. And next week, we will be talking about metabolism and how you can increase your metabolism, and some things you can do to help it, because it's not stuck where you think it's stuck. So have a good week, everybody, and we'll chat again soon.